Are you a man looking for a wife but tired of the modern women of today with goals, dreams, and opinions? Well, we've got the product for you. Introducing Tradwife. She's like a wife, but better. Gone are the days of arguing with your wife. Our latest model doesn't even talk to anyone else except their primary user. I mean, husband. Before Tradwife, I had to listen to women talk and talk about their jobs. But my Tradwife doesn't talk back to me. In fact, she doesn't speak at all. So what are you waiting for? Call the number on the screen right now to make your order. The first 100 customers get a complimentary day collar, so everyone knows who loves her. Alright, in all seriousness, this is a real thing and it's really weird. But real quick, what even is a tradwife? Well, according to Google, a tradwife is someone that believes in traditional gender roles. Usually this means the woman takes on the homemaker role. She might even quit her job so that she can focus on cooking, cleaning, taking care of the family, and pretending like it's the 1950s. Which was fine for the most part until I found these TikTok tradwives.
I'm a tradwife and I wear a day collar. My day collar is a daily sign of submission for us. It is a deeper level of connection than a wedding ring. I fully trust him to the point where I am actively submitting to him.
I'd heard of people going from engagement ring to wedding rings, but I didn't know there was a level above that. I know she says the collar is deeper than a wedding ring, but I can't be the only one that finds that weird, right? Seems more like a kink to me. Something straight out of 365 Days or 50 Shades of Grey. I mean, you could have just gotten matching tattoos or sat down and had a real conversation about trust, but sure, collars work too, I guess.
I follow his lead. Anywhere that he goes, anything that he says, done. Because I know that he has our best interests. I know in my bones, in my soul, that he has our best interests.
That is called blind obedience. Now listen, I'm sure her partner is wonderful and a trustworthy person, but saying anything the person says goes? That's not trust, that's you sitting in the passenger seat of your own life whilst he drives. What if this guy starts a pyramid scheme or goes to a free Diddy rally? Are we really going to trust him with that? Oh, and the whole dialogue about he has my best interests in mind, you know who else says that? Cult leaders. And my mum when she's taking my birthday money and tells me that she'll keep it safe for me. I've yet to see that money for 10 years now. Ma'am, your husband robbed the bank this morning, and you're here supporting him. If it's in his plan, it must be right. Miss, your husband is trying to frame you for the robbery. He says you're the one that did it. Anything he says goes. Okay, you're under arrest. Can you put the cuffs around my neck?
And if there is anything that I have an opinion about, I'm like, hey, I don't think we should do that. I'm going to voice my opinions, and he's going to take it into account and then make his decision based on that.
You hear that? She's going to voice her opinion and he's going to take it into account. That's adorable. That's like when a kid says to their parents that they want McDonald's for breakfast, and the parents nod whilst pouring in the box of cereal for that kid.
When I say submit, y'all are taking that as like I'm being a doormat and my voice isn't heard. When I say submit, I mean I put my man first, I respect him, I allow him to be the man, and I allow myself to be the woman in the relationship how it should be.
Ah yes, the good old letting him be the man argument. Because being a man is all about putting a leash around your wife's neck so everyone knows who loves her. You don't have to follow anyone's lead to this extent because it can easily lead to a blind leading the blind situation.
He is the head of the house, I am the neck. I am able to guide his head in whichever direction I may want it to go. I'm able to give him my opinions, but ultimately, the head makes the final decision.
She says it herself, the head makes the final decision. In other words, it's nothing more than an illusion of choice. But what happens when the head is wrong? Like my head right now is telling me that ordering a pizza and a box of Krispy Kreme donuts at midnight is completely fine. Does my body have to agree with that? No, because the head can be an idiot sometimes. I did still order that pizza though. In all seriousness, relationships should be a two-way thing where both people make decisions together, not some sort of command chain.
It is a commitment, it is a bond, it is a daily sacrifice, it is a daily choice to do this.
Okay, I'm sorry. She's describing her love life like it's a war. Daily sacrifice. My friend, you're doing laundry and you're cooking and cleaning. To be fair, baking is hard. I've tried myself and it didn't turn out too well. She describes the day collar as a wedding ring, a bond, a symbol, a choice, a sacrifice. At that point, just call it an infinity gauntlet.
This means he's my leader. I'm going to submit to him.
Now look, wearing a collar and calling your man your leader was already worrying me, but then I found her. The final boss of tradwives, or should I say blind submission.
Let's talk about princess treatment if you're at a restaurant and how you interact with the waitstaff and the hostess. If I am at a restaurant with my husband, I do not talk to the hostess, I do not open any doors, and I do not order my own food.
So apparently princess treatment means being treated like you're an NPC with no dialogues. I get trying to be respectful towards your man, but not speaking to anyone at a restaurant is insane to me. I've worked as a waiter during a summer break one time. If I came up to her as a waiter and saw that she's staring blank at a wall as if she'd seen a ghost, I wouldn't be thinking, wow, what feminine energy. I'd be thinking, I need to call someone.
We pulled up, me and my husband pulled up to a restaurant. He got out of the car, told the valet, I'm just gonna run in and ask a question, I'm gonna leave my car here. I sat in the car while he ran in and asked them. They said, yeah, we have space for you. And my husband said, okay, I'm gonna go get my wife, and then I'm gonna park the car. So he comes back out, opens my car door, walks me into the restaurant, opens the door, and I stand and wait. I did not make eye contact with the hostess. I did not talk to her. I waited until my husband came back.
I'm sorry, but this just sounds like having a kid around. But it's so much worse because it's a literal adult. He has to be baby to the point of getting the car door open for her, taken to the restaurant, and then she's probably told to stand there with a lollipop in her hand while she waits for her dad, husband, to come back. Not to mention, imagine how rude it may seem to the staff that are trying to help her, trying to get her seated as soon as possible. I'd heard of main character syndrome, but didn't know side character syndrome also existed.
Let's say it's raining, you already have a reservation, okay? Your husband's gonna pull you up to the restaurant, he's gonna get out, open your door, he's gonna walk you to the restaurant door, open the door, and walk you in. He's probably then gonna leave to go park the car. You're just gonna stand in the lobby and you're gonna wait for your husband to come back. You're not gonna go up to the hostess and give the reservation name. You're not going to talk to her.
Right, because God forbid you say the sacred words of table for two for Johnson. You're soaking wet in a lobby and refusing to interact or make eye contact with anyone. What part of this sounds like princess treatment? I thought the whole point of relationships and marriage was to support one another. But I guess Miss Princess treatment here thinks that it's the other way around, where it's just one person adopting another person to the point that they cannot do anything without them.
It's not in any sense like you're better than the hostess. You're just letting your husband lead and be masculine.
Oh lord, if this is what it means to let your man lead and be more masculine, then maybe we need to sit down and change the entire dictionary. There is a difference between being a leader and a dictator. I'm not calling her husband a dictator, but in a world where your husband is making all the decisions for you whilst you take a back seat for your own life, it just sounds like blind obedience. Maybe I'm not using the right words, but you get the idea. The worst part is this idea of men don't let women order food on their own is being sold as being traditional and romantic. Being masculine doesn't mean doing everything yourself whilst your partner just sits there like a Roomba in heels. Being masculine is about being comfortable and secure that if your wife does actually speak and says table for two for Smith, and it's not a big deal. I don't even know why I'm having to say all this.
He's taking you out. Let him do the logistics. You're just being a princess.
No, you're just being a child and it's starting to creep me out. Hi miss, your husband seems to be running a little late. Can I just take the reservation name from you?
I don't know. You can wait for my husband.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
You can wait for my husband.
Miss, I just need a name. Like literally just a name on the reservation.
Can't you see I'm waiting for my husband?
He'll be here soon.
I'll go check the emergency exits.
You don't need to talk unless you are spoken to, and then if you are spoken to and they ask, you could just say, oh, I'm just waiting for my husband, and then he'll be able to give the reservation. Here in Salt Lake, they don't quite get it. I think they think that I'm like being, oppressed or...
You know what? Maybe it's not that they don't get it. Maybe, just maybe, people see a fully grown woman avoiding eye contact, not speaking and looking down, and they're a bit concerned. Let's have a quiz, ladies and gentlemen. If you as a waiter approach a woman and she refuses to make eye contact with you and refuses to speak to you without her husband present, is she A, a lost child looking for her parents, B, she sleepwalked into the restaurant, C, she's being held captive by her husband, or D, she's a trad wife? Now, before you answer, you can use phone a friend as long as that friend is your husband, because that's the only person you're allowed to speak to.
They'll be like, what can I get you to eat? And I will just look at my husband. Like if they address me first, I will just look at my husband and let my husband order. He'll say, oh, she's da 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 da. But it's almost like they keep trying to get me to speak. And I'm like, no, I want him to order for me. I like when he orders for me. It's not that I'm not capable of ordering for myself. It's just fun. It's just a fun princess treatment thing.
That actually sounds normal to me. And by me, I mean my 10-year-old self, because that's the last time that my parents ordered food for me. What happens when your husband is ordering food for you and it's not what you want? What would you like, miss? Oh, she's gonna have a salad. Look at her, right? Sir, that's not very nice. Perhaps I could ask the lady what she wants. Ask the lady what she wants? Look at her. You think she has a single thought behind those eyes? She will have a salad. Thank you. With some peanuts in it too.
Oh, I'm allergic to peanut.
And I'm like, no, I want him to order for me.
Nothing.
The most elegant, lovely women are often soft-spoken and don't overspeak. They're not loud. You're not going to be laughing loudly, speaking loudly, demanding the attention of the room. You're not, oh, sorry, you know what I mean? It is raining, you have a coat on. Wait for your husband to come back, and then he can take your coat off and give it to the coat check. So anything really, you're just waiting for your husband to do it.
Imagine living life like a paused cutscene in a video game, where your husband has to press X to interact. Also, can we talk about the anti-loud agenda? Don't laugh loudly. I'm sorry, I thought that was a normal human response. Not a masculine-only feature unlocked at level 50. What happens when you sneeze in public?
So I am a recently promoted housewife / stay-at-home mom. Before that, I was working full-time, and I would say I was definitely in a more masculine energy vibe, just the whole thing.
Listen, I respect all housewives and stay-at-home moms. My mom's a housewife, and she's pretty much perfect at everything she does. Would I call being a housewife a promotion to working full-time? No, that's not taking a dig at housewives, that's just protecting the name and dignity of those that are working full-time. She talks about how she gave off masculine energy by having a full-time job. I can't be the only one that thinks that's ridiculous, right? Having a job has nothing to do with being masculine. Someone told this woman that women aren't women because they're softer, slower, and more feminine. Women are women. This is honestly just friendly fire towards her own gender, and I don't get it.
But as I've leaned into being more feminine, the princess treatment has gotten better and like more ridiculous in the best way possible.
At this point, with how much she's hyped up this princess treatment, I'm expecting helicopter rides on a daily.
Men want to adore you and love you and spoil you, but when you're in your masculine energy, you don't give him any room to do that.
By her calculations, if a woman has a full-time job, then she can't get princess treatment because she's not giving the man enough space to be more masculine. So if you as a woman want princess treatment, quit your job, stay at home, and be more feminine.
Or he writes me notes constantly, and then I get flowers weekly. Those little gifts, and then I get other little flowers and like other little treats and other little gifts, and like every single Wednesday it's a standing date.
I'm still waiting for the princess treatment she's been talking about because all of this sounds like the bare minimum. In fact, it sounds like something a personal assistant could get sorted. Mr. Johnson, I bought the flowers for your wife this week, and don't forget you have a 3 p.m. with her on Wednesday for coffee. Thank you so much, Tim. Did you also write the notes I told you about? On it now, sir.
So he prioritizes me. If I call him more than 3 times, he's gonna answer his phone no matter what, because I'm his top priority at all times.
A random number could call me at 3 a.m. 3 times and I'd still pick up because I'd think it'd be an emergency.
He's paying. I'm not getting my card out. I'm not getting a wallet out. He's paying if he's in the room with me. He's opening all the car doors. I'm not opening a car door. I'm not opening a door in general. You're just in your most feminine, like I can't open the door. I can't talk to the hostess. I don't know how to do that. You just let him have control.
Any woman watching this, is this the representation of what it means to be feminine? Being incompetent, trying to show yourself as weak and unable to speak to anyone? I personally don't think so. But what even is this princess treatment she goes on about?
I don't really tie my shoes. He does that for me. Like if there's any sort of like weather predicament, like it's raining, like he's gonna, cover me and make sure I get in the door first.
All of this sounds normal for a man to do. For his child. Tying shoelaces and covering someone from the rain. Yep, that's princess treatment, folks. So stay at home and embrace that feminine energy, because otherwise how are your shoes gonna get tied?
He brings me lemon tea every single night. That's a part of my princess treatment. He like tucks me in and makes sure that my blanket's on the bed and that I have all my like little thingy.
Yeah, I'm done calling her a child. The jokes write themselves. Now here's the truth, guys. None of these women are actually trad wives. They're influencers cosplaying as traditional wives. They're able to make an income online from the comfort of their own homes. If they were really trad wives, we wouldn't see them on the internet. Oh, and here's some proof of that.
I just hit 10,000 followers. Do you want to know what that means? 10,000 followers means I get to monetize. And because I get to monetize, I can get paid for my video. Help us supply some chicken feed for these little guys. And pay off some bills, because that's what I'm really here for. That's what everybody's here for.
Yeah, that's the divine purpose. Not submitting to your husbands and acting like a child. Now, if you'd like to be a traditional subscriber, like the video and subscribe. I'd appreciate it a lot. Trying to build a community here, so hopefully you can join me along for the ride. Wow, it sounds like such a cringe thing to say, but before ending the video, I want to put forward a quick disclaimer. Do not go looking for these trad wives on social media now. I do not want to spread hate towards anyone. At the end of the day, they can do whatever they want as long as they're happy. I make these videos for entertainment, and I'm a nobody myself, so keep that in mind. Don't take things too seriously, alright? Sweet. Have a nice day.